Is it on? That's better. Hello. I'm so glad that you made it. Welcome to the Good Job Buddy Show. Every which way you go. You could drink us with a beer or stick us in your ear, and we'd be right by your heart. It's the Good Job Buddy Show. Have a seat. There you go. Stick your thumbs in the air or anywhere that you dare. You'll be doing your part. It's the Good Job Buddy Show. Showtime. I gotta know, L. Joe, why would you start off your response to me playing your voice on Desmond Hume's racist, homophobic bigot stream? Why would you respond by opening up saying, you don't believe that I have a business? What in absolute T-fuck is that mean? Man, I don't know, dude. It looked like it was about 4 o'clock in the morning where you were. You had all the lights on in the room. And did you have to fucking shoot the video in your son's room while he was sleeping? I mean, this is where Dempsey sleeps, so, you know. But you would know, dude. Maybe I can get some father lessons from you. Especially, like, how to take your child, your young child, let's see, what was he, 6, 7, to the desert and run a business. Or maybe I could do like you do, man, and just make up shit about you, like you did about me. Let's just try that real quick. Instead of putting your voice and just putting what you said and having you be held responsible for what you said, let me do something that you do. I'm going to make up something about you real quick. Totally made up. You ready? Mike Dibble told me that you sold your son to him for 15 minutes with the air conditioner and 2 dab hits. What about that, L. Joe? See what I mean, man? See how we can do that shit? See how we can make up whatever we want to make up, Elge? Because I can. If I wanted to, I could come on here and just make up stuff. That's never been the Good Job Buddy Show. All I've ever done is give my opinion on things that I've witnessed on YouTube. That's it. You put something on YouTube, I give my opinion about it. I'm not out here making up shit about you. If I hear a little something, I don't just run with it. You've clearly said those things about that girl. It was very detailed, too, man. You know, Desmond likes to take down his streams so YouTube doesn't smack him around, because YouTube wouldn't be very happy if YouTube knew that Desmond was running a Klan meeting. But he takes them down so you can't go back and refer to them. Luckily, though, we've got peeps in the community who will record that stuff, right? And then hold you accountable for saying it. Man, it was the details, dude. Jokes don't have that many details. Stories do, right? Admissions, yeah? When you say it was a joke, man, I mean, nobody was laughing. Kind of made people feel uncomfortable. A little bit like when you were describing your recent love interest as looking like a 12-year-old, right? You know, anyway, so enough about me. Elge. Can I call you Elge? Elge. You open up your video saying that I probably don't have a business or whatever, right? Because How can I make some YouTube videos if I also have a business or something like that? Well, man, I figure out a way. Right? I do. And you're right, though. On days when I do work a long day, and I talk a lot at work, man, I'm doing a lot of explaining about things to people. You know, the places I go in their home, they've never gone, right? And so I'm explaining what the problem is, what we can do to fix it, where it is, what it takes to fix it, the material cost. And I'm always talking, you know, always, constantly talking. On the phone talking, setting up appointments talking. Really at both my jobs. And then also on YouTube. So I'm a yapper, bruh. And I talk my voice out. That's why I get so hoarse. But thanks for noticing, though, man. It takes a stalker sometimes for me to even notice what the fuck I'm doing. Thank you. Let me see. I wrote a couple notes, Elge. Believe it or not, man. You made me break out my notes. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's talk about that business of yours, since you want to go business first. Business in the front, party in the back. So, Elge, you've been running a successful business, living in Tijuana for the last 3 years. Congratulations. I did it for, so far, 8 years. The last 3 years have been pretty shitty for us. So, you can't just take a portion of what's going on and then use that to describe everything I've done in my life. I've said this before, Elge. I've already lived a whole legacy. I've already done a whole fat fucking legacy. I got 3 grown children, maybe 4, and I've already cemented that legacy. I've made 6 figures. I got to be a radio DJ. I got to travel the world and do some really cool shit. Cemented, done. Everybody who knows me knows it. Done. I did it. This is my second loop through, bro. I'm lapping you bitches. Right? I'm on my second run. And we have hit a hard time. That's true. You're right about that. I don't know why you would go about like using that to pick on me. I am ugly. You're right about that. But saying that I can't hang out with the cool kids, or I'm not allowed to have long hair because I'm not cool. Come on, man. 1986 called. They want all that back. See what else to say here, dude. Yeah. Just so you know, you've been running it for 3 years, because in the summer of 2018, you lived in the desert with your son, okay? In the 125-degree desert with your son, all right? And he was in close proximity to now a known child molester. So well done taking care of your family. You're such a good dad. Okay. And by the way, El, remember, bro, I ain't the one who went here, man. You went here, bro. You went here with me. You got in line with all the other motherfuckers before you. Yeah, I fought with a lot of people. That's what we do here, dude. You're welcome. Obviously, you watched it all. You're welcome for the free entertainment. Mm-hmm. But all of them have gone the same route with me. It's like there's a book somewhere, and they're like, here's how you fuck with GJB. Right? Go for the wife. The tail will follow. Yeah? Well, you saw the thumbnail. You saw what the wifey said. Mm-hmm. Wifey likey. That's bad news for you, boy. God damn. The last thing I need is support from my wife. You were in the room with your kid talking about my wife getting raped and having her belly full of spooge. Do you talk to your son about these things? Is that why it's cool to do that? Oh, with the lights on while he's sleeping? It's kind of weird that you do that. Does he have to have the lights on while he's sleeping because the desert burned his fucking eyelids off? You see how it can go, right, Joe? It went from me posting your words and just leaving a comment about what I thought about those words to you going directly at my personal self. You could have came on and said, hey, that was out of line, what I said. You know, I listened to it back and I was ashamed of myself. That's what an adult would have done. You choose this. This is your choice. Robin Hood. This is your choice. Yeah, chimney cleaning is Mary Poppins chimney cleaning thing. Yeah, man, it is a low line. That's why I bought into it. It was something I can afford. You can afford. Anybody really can afford to start a chimney cleaning business. You know, get your van, get all your ladders, the vacuum, stove puller, rods for dryer vents, rods for air ducts, brushes for all that, and you know your fiberglass poles. Get all your steel brushes, get all your poly brushes. You know, it's a roughly $25,000 to $30,000 investment, but you can make that in a year and be flat broke. You know, flat broke if you borrow the money, or boom, right back where you started, and then you're making money. So the key is not residential chimney cleaning. By the way, that's a hassle. You're here and there, you're everywhere for $135 to $150 at a time. You can only really cover like 4 or 5 of those in a day, which is great. But businesses that use wood-burning stoves to cook their pizzas are a great find. In fact, that's the only chimneys I clean anymore. I don't clean residential chimneys. But you wouldn't know because I'm not taking you along for that shit, dude. I've had my personal, private life absolutely sprinkled all over YouTube, and I'm not going to give anybody else any more fucking ammunition. I have very close relationships with these clients, and each one of their pizza ovens is $250 to clean, and they have to get them cleaned once every 3 months. So I have 8 of those. I do those, and I do dryer vents. I got a pretty, you know, there are times of the year where it's pretty steady. Otherwise, you know, I have to keep a part-time job where I work 30 hours a week, 32 hours a week to be able to maintain. Thank God, actually, this YouTube money just started coming in 6-7 months ago. It's been an extra average $1,500 a month. It's been a blessing because where I live, the median income is $53,000, and where you live, it's $13,000 US. I'm not talking about pesos, El Joe. We ain't talking about pesos, El Joe. We ain't talking about pesos, El Joe. Ain't nobody call your wife a hoe? Not me, motherfucker. Hell no. Find an audio. Prove it, bitch. Or it didn't happen, yo. That's true. You know. I ain't say shit about her. Never did. Don't know her name. Right now. Couldn't think of it if you wrote it down and sent me in the mail. I don't know. Your wife. But you talk a lot of shit about mine. Seems like she's on your mind. And that's fine. Come and get it if you want it, motherfucker. Come and get it if you want it, motherfucker. You know, where I live, just ask Tally. Come and get it if you want to be Sally. I'm about that shit right now, eh? If you want some, come and get it, wowie. El Joe, man, there's a reason why I do what I do, and you try. Yeah, what'd you call me? I have to be on my drugs to do the shit, right? Awesome. Awesome. Keep that thought. Here's the fucked up funny thing about you, bro. The people you're hanging out with, like Tracy Moore, actually are doing those drugs. She literally did the drugs on a live stream, smoking it from a foil. If you're going to do it on YouTube, I'm probably going to talk about it. Chances are. I've been leaving YouTube alone. Like, I've been doing this drama shit for a while. You noticed, because you talked about it. Because you're a big fanboy. Just like this dude. Now we know you're a big fanboy. Now I'm aware of it because you let your feelies through. And I'm cool with it, bro. You can be a big fanboy. I'll be sure to include you in just about everything I ever do from now on YouTube. How about that? I'll talk about El Joe all the time. Right? I mean, if you go on streams and say the shit you've been saying, there's a chance I might fucking talk about you, El Joe. There's just that chance. Oh, God, dude. Let's see, what else? Oh, belly do? Nah, I'm not going to parade my wife out here to show you that she's fine. You know she's fine. I'll tell you what, bro. All you got to do is fucking go to your photos on your goddamn phone and pull out the screenshots you got of my wife, and you know she's fine. Woo! Woo! Yeah. I never even saw your wife. I don't even know anything about that shit. You said that your wife was a prostitute. I mean, there's something to be said for that honesty. Mine's not. And you don't, the night in question that you're talking about, that's not what happened. You're wrong about that. Like I said, man, we can do that. If you want to just say things that come into your head, dirty shit, like you did on Desmond's stream, I can make up dirty shit. I can sit here and think of how I can be dirty and make up lies about you. I could do that to you. Man, the things that and Mama, this isn't even directed to you, Eldra. This is directed to you. The things I've been saying, pulling up, this is a racist comment. These are fucking racist things to be saying. Why? All it's done is energize Desmond to be more racist, David Cunningham. He's taking the attention and running with it, being a fucking saucy, salty little sarcastic asshole about it, and then just taking his streams down because YouTube isn't going to do shit about it, right? He just said, well, fuck it, I'm just going to own it. I'm going to be that. I'll own it. I say, hey, this guy did this thing. And some of you, I'm not talking about a majority. There's just a, get off there. There's a group. There's enough of you. And you're mouthy as fuck. Always got to get in the comments and say some shit, right? I'm a bully. Making something out of nothing. It was this. You're apologists, excuse makers, right? If Community Cause would have been the one who said these things, none of y'all been talking that shit. It's because it's me. If Community Cause called out El Joe for the shit he just did, y'all be like, you know, right, El Joe, you shouldn't have done that shit, man. You should be a man and say, that was wrong for me to say. That's what El Joe should do. That ain't what they saying, man. Oh, I got blocked on it. That ain't what they saying, though, is it? No, because it's me. Like Joys of Sorrow. There's another great example. This dude did blogs where he, oh God, I hate doing this, man. He describes, you know, this is one of the things. He describes the pyramid of African American people. And at the top are the blacks. In the middle are the N-words with the AS. And at the bottom, the biggest part, I might add, is where the N-word with the R-E-R is. And no, Joys of Sorrow is not half black. And it wouldn't even matter. It would just make him half racist, which is all the way stupid. He himself said he's half white, half Hispanic. So, as I understand, that doesn't qualify as half black. Not that it would matter. Not even at all. So, for me, this is just fun. I'm seeing the things you guys do. Fucking spewing off all the vomit. The diarrhea of the mouth. Pointing it out. Instead of making a correction on your behavior, you roll with the crowd. You know, there's a lot of people who hate me, man. I get it, dude. I do. There's a lot of times when I don't like me either. You know. But Elja, you know who doesn't get much hate? Doesn't get a lot of attention, negative attention her way anymore? And there's a good reason for it. That's my beautiful wife, Amber. There's a reason for it. I guess I could just let you figure that out on your own. She likes wearing yoga pants. Is that gonna be a problem for you? It doesn't matter if a woman's a criminal, or a girl, young girl, woman, whatever, is a criminal either. It doesn't matter if they're any of these things. Prostitute, like your wife, a criminal like this girl, Julie Harmon, you say, helped lead the murder. You're saying because she is all that she deserves to be raped. That's what you said, and that you would do it too in that situation because she's so vulnerable, right? You're the only person she has. She's out in the middle of the desert, and she can't go to the law because she's a criminal. That doesn't make them any less of a victim of rape. Damn, dude. You idiots make me have to white knight like this. Idiots. And by the way, Nikki proved, thank you, Nikki, that I didn't say a word to Robin Banks. So all this shit Desmond's mad about, it didn't even happen. So all he's done since is ruin his reputation. Because he's afraid to have an exchange with me or Evan. And by the way, Ev, thank you for my wonderful double X shirt. That's right, LJ. This is a double X, man. I'm 6'1", 225 pounds of smack you right upside your face for talking your fucking mouth. You should know better. You've been to prison. You a felon, man. Because you fucking raped a 14-year-old girl, you went to prison. See? See how that works? I made that up. That didn't really happen. Eljo didn't do that. I don't think he did that. I don't know. I made it up. But that's the magic of this thing. You can just say whatever, right, Eljo? You see how that works, man? I just made up something about you, and I pretended it was true. Just like you did. Tit for tat. Tit, tat. Toe. Oh. So, you went after me because of my addiction. I do have an addiction. Whatever the fuck is in opioids is overpowers my senses. I was hit by a Federal X truck in 2006 and injured. I have permanent nerve damage. I was put on that medicine for quite a while by a doctor. And when I failed a drug test, I had marijuana in my system, and they don't fuck around apparently. They cut me off. And when they cut me off, I had to have it. I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know I was going to have a physical addiction to it, but I certainly did. And when you're physically addicted to something, it's a whole fucking different ballgame. This isn't like man, I'd really like to right now. This isn't, I guess there are definitely people who are physically addicted to alcohol, but this isn't like me wanting to get a high, right? I don't get high. From after 6 months or so, I wasn't getting high. It was just to maintain not being sick. You know, that's what I discovered. I don't even think it really helped with the pain anymore. It was needed to not be sick. I took myself to rehab to be able to get away from that shit, to be able to have a medical weaning off of or a detox. I did all that 2012, and I haven't been back on those things. And I'm not ever. It's a physical addiction. Now I hurt my Achilles years later, 2014, 2013, hurt my Achilles. So a year, 18 months actually after I got completely sober, doctor put me back on them, and I quickly issues. But I chase shit around, dude. I'm on a schedule. I see a doctor every month. I get drug tested. I have to come randomly with my medicine and take a drug test. This thing is all on the ups, right? I'm not chasing anything. Set that in money. Them numbers, right? And to say that I don't even know what you called it, man. I'm flying the flag for Evan, you know, or going out and fighting Evan's battles. He and I get put in the same fucking battles all the time. And Nikki and Stella. We all get bunched together in these things. So yeah, we have each other's back. Look at that fucking wingspan. You don't want to deal with this, dude. You don't want to deal with that, dude. That's 74 inches of you don't want to deal with it. Oh, as I heard Samuel, Minivanuel, talking about you fighting Evan or some shit, and because you can climb trees or some bullshit. By the way, I'm doing what you did, going all over the place. You pick on chimney sweepers. You fucking climb trees, dude. You literally do what monkeys can do. You know that, right? A monkey can be trained to do what you do. I'm just saying. Like, you know, every single pizza oven that I have to clean that has to be cleaned every 3 months for $250 each, they all have to have roof access. I don't even have to bring a ladder. Dude, I'm going to talk about that. But Minivan Samuel, because he loves you now, what's he going to do, dude? You've been talking shit about an assault victim. Remember Minivan Samuel? That's not Samuel Minivanuel. Remember this, because that's your main gripe with Evan. Yep. Everywhere you go, that guy talked shit about an assault victim. He talked shit about a sexual assault victim. Well, by the way, you did too. And you apologized, and we appreciate that. You apologized right to her face. You even actually volunteered for her to spank you on a live stream, and we kindly denied that. But you definitely do go out of your line to make sure people hear that Evan attacked an assault victim. Well, I hope that after hearing what you heard Eljo say about spooge. How old are you, man? Are you more than 40 and you're calling shit spooge? You do know that you talk like a 17-year-old, right? Wait a minute. Is that part of your act? Is that what you do, dude? You talk like a 17-year-old so that it's easier to hang out with? See where I can go with this, man? See how I can just take something that you did on YouTube, right? And instead of just saying the facts and giving my opinion, I can twist shit, right? I can use my mind and manipulate what you said into what I want to think. And then say it myself. Because you do. You know, you're the cool kid at the cool kids table, right? And then what you said, I can't be at the cool kids table or whatever. Because you're the cool kid who likes to go to the colleges or the high schools and talk like the kids do, man. You do. You got the language down pat. And you have to. You have to study your victim, right? This is going to get rough, boy. I'm taking you to deep water. Or, and we'll find out. Or you can fix it. We'll see. Got that down. I don't know Alex's mom, right? We got that down. Okay, yeah. Evan didn't buy me glasses. They were too expensive, which was the reason why I was hanging on to my old glasses that were impossible to see through, but had to keep them in case there was something I had to read and kind of hold them at the angle that I could read. They're like $500 and some, man, for my glasses, so they weren't able to do that. And I didn't ask for it. They volunteered that. I tried to say no, but it was kind of, because there was a sale, he was like, nah, man, we're going to get you them glasses. And so I went and tried, but because they were too expensive, that couldn't be done. The credit card thing, or whatever you're talking about, I said that they sent a bill here and I had the address or something. And I was, you know, what's the word I'm trying to use here? I was bluffing because Evan and I were going at it. And I was just like, you know, I was pretending I had some information that I actually did not have at the time. I did later, though. And I'll say this to people who are going to fight in the future. You don't want information, because then you have this thing that it's like, it's almost like you have to use it.
And, you know, it's dangerous. It's like a loaded gun. You don't want that in your hands. So, what have we learned today, Elge? We learned that you are a big fan of the Good Job Buddy show. You probably take this every which way you go. You probably drink this with a beer. You probably stuck me in your ear so I could be right by your heart. thumb in the air, but usually anywhere that you dare. Just to be doing your part. For the Good Job Buddy Show. We thank you. Yours is one of the most excellent of the 3.7 million views I've gotten. Alright? I have loved your views more than everyone else's. Okay? Keep on viewing my shit. I love it.
But maybe don't make up shit about me. Because we can both do this. Or we could not. It's up to you. Bitch ass.